Don't say old arts fade with time. A young tongue strikes with rhythm and rhyme. East and west in one so blend. Qisheng speaks, legends ascend. Hi everyone, welcome to Mike's channel. This episode will be discussing a unique outlaw. His name is Chai Jin, and unlike the other outlaws, he's a billionaire and a renowned aristocrat. So why would someone like him join the outlaws of Mount Liang? Let's get started. Chai Jin has a special lineage. He's the descendant of the emperor of the previous Zhou dynasty, and the emperor of the previous Zhou dynasty yielded his throne to his general, who later formed the Song dynasty. Therefore, to show thanks, the emperor of the Song dynasty awarded Chai Jin's family an imperial pardon plaque. And that plaque freed them from, gives them lifelong immunity from all penalties from crime. They are freed from all crimes except for treason. So Chai Jin loves to make friends with outlaws and criminals who fight for justice, and many of them went on Mount Liang. The familiar characters that we talked about, such as Song Jiang, Wu Song, Lin Chong, they all benefited from the help of Chai Jin. That's how he got associated with the outlaws of Mount Liang. So how would a rich and powerful man like him join the outlaws? Well, it all started when his uncle was dead. Chai Jin's uncle, also an aristocrat, lived in a city called Gaotangzhou and owns a spectacular villa and also a beautiful garden. But mayor of the town, the cousin of the mayor of the town, wanted the villa and asked Chai Jin's uncle to move out. That made Chai Jin's uncle furious, and he finally died of rage. Knowing this, Chai Jin was very sad, and he wanted to use the Iron Pardon plaque to engage with the mayor's cousin in a lawsuit. However, before the plaque could be retrieved, Li Kui, which was another outlaw of Mount Liang at that time, just beat up the mayor's cousin and it killed him. Chai Jin was terrified and asked Li Kui to leave. He thought that he can take care of everything because he has the imperial pardon plaque. However, the furious mayor caught and imprisoned him before his servant can even retrieve it. So why didn't Chai Jin just confront Li Kui and tell everyone that he's the one who killed the mayor's cousin? Well, first of all, because of his association with the outlaws, he couldn't do that because Li Kui back then was already an outlaw of Mount Liang, and just doing that will cause. So why didn't Chai Jin just turn Li Kui in and tell everyone that he's the murderer? Well, first of all, Li Kui back then was already an outlaw of Mount Liang, so turning him in will make all of Chai Jin's efforts to make friends with the outlaws into nothing. And also, the outlaws might revenge him for that and also spread a bad reputation for him. The second thing is, Chai Jin is too confident about the plague. He thought that he's really immune from all crimes. But the mayor, in this scenario, didn't even give him the chance to retrieve it. Therefore, Chai Jin was caught immediately. But in short, it was his association with the outlaws that got him into all this trouble. If it wasn't for Li Kui there to beat up the mayor's cousin and kill him, Chai Jin could very possibly use the imperial pardon plaque and win this lawsuit. Chai Jin's actions show the importance of choosing sides. He chose the side of the outlaws. When you step into that pond, you never come out. And after Chai Jin was imprisoned, the outlaws rallied their troops and killed the mayor of the city and freed Chai Jin from the cell. This made him have no choice but to go up Mount Liang and join the outlaws. After going up Mount Liang, Chai Jin was elected as the manager of the fodder for the committee. That was a very vital position, and Chai Jin was the best guy for it because he has all the money and he knows how to regulate it. He's not a very elite warrior, but survived all the cold-blooded conquering that the outlaws experienced. After all of that, he resigned his official title and lived a peaceful life after that. Chai Jin's life is composed of ignorance and kindness. But it was that kindness which got him into all this trouble and destroyed his original life. He had the perfect life. There's no reason for him to go on Mount Liang. But it's because that he thought he is the savior and he saved all the outlaws. And someday, he never thought that the man who he saved will come and save him. And that left him no choice but to join them. It's his incompetence and his overly fancied self. It was he's incompetent to bear such responsibility. And that's why, in conclusion, Chai Jin had a perfect life. It was his association with the outlaws that got him into all this trouble and destroyed his previous life. He's overly self-fancied and he considers himself the savior. But it all went wrong because he cannot bear the responsibility of being a savior. He lacks deeper insight into society, and that's why he failed. Thank you all for watching. That'll be the end of today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.